all of a sudden, where's my wallet? Everything stopped at that moment, pulled everything out. We going through everything, could not find that wallet anywhere. It was gone.
I want to welcome you back again for another story answering the question, is God active? Today I'm here with Jason Holloway, who we knew when we were younger, actually ran around a little bit together, but he has a very interesting story today.
Yeah, interesting. You know, it happened about last summer. Me and my wife decided that we were going to go and do a little bit of a through Alberta tour with some friends here from Williams Lake. And then after camp meeting, we met up with our friends. We spent a few days in the shoe swap with them. And then after that, we hit the road taking off to Alberta. We got to Alberta. We spent some time in Banff. I actually bought this shirt on that.
Okay.
And we spent some time in Banff and Lake Louise and that area, and we continued on. We were planning on doing a circle through Alberta, Red Deer, Edmonton, Calgary. I realized that's out of order, Calgary, Edmonton, which we did. And we spent time in Calgary. We left Calgary, and at Calgary is where we split with our group, our friends. And me and my wife, Helena, we went into Red Deer by ourselves. We wanted to spend a few days in Red Deer because when we were younger, actually the year after we got married, we actually lived in Red Deer.
Okay.
We hadn't been out there for, over 20 years.
I was kind of wondering because it's not usually a destination spot. Like a lot of times from Albertans are coming down to the Shuswap, but you're going up there. So yeah, this is good.
Yeah. So we both really loved Red Deer. Their trail system is amazing. It's a great little town. It's big now, mind you. It wasn't as big when I lived there, but so we went to Red Deer and we spent the day together, just checking out the city that we hadn't been in for quite a while, and we had a great day that first day. And the second day we were only planning on being there for a couple days before we moved on. And so the second day we were there, we knew we were planning on leaving the next day. So we had to do some grocery shopping, packed up the camper, things like that, got ready to go. And a couple days prior to that, we had gone out and we had purchased little scooters, electric scooters to tour around in Calgary. And we knew the trail systems in Alberta were pretty good, pavement and stuff like that. So we bought these little scooters and we decided, you know what, we're going to go out, we're going to do our grocery shop, we're going to get everything packed up, ready to leave tomorrow morning. And then we'll spend the evening together out on the trail system in Red Deer, scooting around, checking out the places that we used to hang out 20 years prior.
Sure.
So we went out that evening and we had a great time. It was amazing. The weather was great. The trail systems were still the same from what we could remember years ago. An amazing time. We came back to the camper. We had a great supper. We had a great evening together. No stress. It was amazing time, right? So the next morning rolls around and I wake up and I'm getting the trailer hooked up to the truck and getting ready to leave, and all of a sudden, where's my wallet?
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh no. So everything stopped at that moment and we started ripping things apart and we pulled everything out. We going through everything, could not find that wallet anywhere. It was gone. No idea where it went. Didn't even know, who to call or anything. Just like literally lost. Like, what do we do now? And so my wife, and what a woman, she's like, you know what? We need to stop and we need to pray. And that's exactly what we did at that time. We stopped. We went into the camper. We both knelt down. We took the time to ask God to help us find this wallet because we needed it, right?
Yeah.
And so that's fine. we prayed, asked God to ask us to help, find this wallet. And I continued after that. I just, I didn't know what to do. So I went back outside. We had ripped the camper apart, so the trailer. And so I just started putting things away. Like, we've looked, we can't find it. So it's time to start putting things away, getting things ready so we can figure out what to do next. So it wasn't, if memory serves me right, I'm guessing it was about an hour maybe went by.
And you're not stressing right now.
No, I'm perfectly good, right?
Oh yeah, right.
No, I was stressed.
Yeah.
And I think Helena was as well. And so we got everything packed up, and we didn't really know what we were going to do, but we had planned to meet our friends again in Edmonton. So we had to leave, right? And so it was, like I said, around an hour, and I'd just finished kind of getting everything back the way it should be. And my phone rang, and it was my brother, Corey. And he's like, "Jason, did you lose your wallet in Red Deer?"
Wow.
And I was like,
Mind reader?
"Yeah, man, I did lose my wallet." And he's like, "Wow, I got a phone number here of a fella that's got your wallet." So I took the phone number and I called the phone number, and it was a fella by the name of Franco. Never met the guy before in my life. Said, "Hey, me and my wife found your wallet last night in the parking lot of the grocery store." I was so happy to have found this wallet. So I jumped in my truck. He told me where he was located, and I drove over there right away to get my wallet.
Okay, but let's back up here. Your brother calls you.
That's
He had this
that's
number.
all the info I had at this moment.
But how did
that I'm about to find out.
Okay. he's
So
gonna
I
tell-
drive over to where Franco's at, and he comes out, gives me my wallet. I even tried to offer him the cash that was in my wallet. "Man, thank you so much for doing this." And he wouldn't have any of it, right? So at this point, I had to, find out, like, how did my brother find out about my wallet? So it turns out that about an hour ago, about the same time me and my wife knelt down to pray for this wallet, his wife decided she was going to put a post on Facebook about finding a wallet in the parking lot of the Red Deer grocery store. So sure enough, she did this. Well, this story goes a long ways. I don't know how many of people have traveled all the way across Canada, but it's a long ways. One of my relatives in Newfoundland
Saw the post?
saw the post.
Yeah. Okay.
Saw the post on Facebook. Sorry, I've got to back up.
Okay.
It wasn't one of my relatives. It was one of my relatives' friends
Okay.
saw the post on Facebook, recognized the last name, called my cousin, who resides in Newfoundland, and asked him, "Hey, do you know, or do you have a relative by the name of Jason Holloway?" And he's like, "Yeah, I actually do." So he, from there, phoned my brother in BC to ask if there was any chance that I had lost my wallet in Red Deer, who phoned me and gave me the fella's name with my wallet. So that information went a long ways to get back to me.
Right when you were praying.
Right when I was praying.
Wow.
It all happened.
Man.
Now, that's an amazing story, and it shows how God is involved or interested in our lives to a little point, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
The wallet wasn't just a little point, though. It was a big deal.
Yeah.
But the little point was, he didn't bother letting us know it was lost the night that it got lost. He let us have our evening together where we went out, we scooted around.
Yeah.
We had fun together as a family, husband and wife. We had a good evening. We had a good supper. No stress. Didn't even know it happened until the next morning.
And then
Within an hour,
wow.
he had it taken care of.
I got a text. There's a text in the Bible, and it comes out of, this one's out of 1 Peter. 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 7. And it says, give all your worries and cares to God, for he cares about you.
Amen.
He cares about you. As you heard this story, I'm sure many of us have lost our wallet. I can think of a number of times when I've been panicked losing my wallet. Those are just little things. But what I want to challenge you with is that if God cares about the little things, about losing your wallet, about giving you a nice evening, having some family time, how much more do you think he cares about the big things that are on your mind right now? I want you to know that God cares about the little things and the big things, and you can trust him with it. And then I want to invite you to join us next week as we continue answering the question, is God active? Thanks for watching today. I really hope these stories are bringing hope and courage to your life. Do you ever find yourself looking for answers? Or what about, are you ever in need of wisdom or guidance to make a good decision? You know, sometimes when people think about the Bible, they don't always think of it being as a place for practical advice, but it is. And I want to introduce you to the book of Proverbs. I want to go into Proverbs chapter 1, verses 1 to 3. And this is what the Bible says. These are the Proverbs of Solomon, David's son, king of Israel. Their purpose is to teach people wisdom and discipline, to help them understand the insights of the wise. Their purpose is to teach people to live disciplined and successful lives and to help them do what is right, just, and fair. How about making Proverbs part of your daily routine? There's 31 chapters in the book of Proverbs. And so no matter what day of the month it is, if it's a 15th, you can turn to the 15th chapter of Proverbs. Doesn't matter what day it is. And just read through that and get the practical wisdom. Hope to see you next week. And remember, share with a friend.